Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transformer review, because I love some freaking Transformers. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Studio Series. This is Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. Got this off of Amazon for the Amazon Prime deals, whatever. I think I got it for like 34 bucks. Not bad at all. I said, I was like, man, why not? 34 bucks for a leader class. Can't go wrong with that, I guess. 44 steps to transform. Beautiful artwork as always. Looks great. On the side, once again, beautiful artwork. Looks good. Age of Extinction. And there he is. Great pose right there. Very nice. Got all the good stuff. 44 steps once again. Alt mode and bot mode. And like I said, he is a leader class. That's pretty good. And there and anything, like I said, and man, Hasbro just said F it to the trees. There's a small little, this is a huge box for a figure like that. There's so much room in there for some reason, but it is what it is. So there you go. As always, hit me with some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, and go buy some stuff at Show Z. It really helps out the channel. At the top, hit Deluxe32. So let's get right to it, and let's talk about some Transformers Age of Extinction. This is Optimus Prime. Let's freaking go. Yay. All right, up first, as always, let's check and see what he comes with. And once again, as always, I like the instructions. Nice big pictures. Pretty easy to follow. Very nicely done with that. You do get a sword. And it's got some paint on there. Nice little red paint right there. Looks good. I wish they would have painted some like silver right there or something like that for the sculpt work. When they made it really pop. That would have been really nice. But it's a nice sword. I like it. Looks good. Then you get his kind of a hand or forearm kind of sword thing. It is painted gunmetal silver. I like that. Kind of wish it was a little longer. Still being a little stubby, but it's fine. All right. Then you get his shield. And once again, a little red paint right there. But man, they would have put some paint right here. Would have been really nice, or some more around it. That would have been really cool. But they made a little bit of effort on the back. Nice sculpt work and everything. Like I said, yeah, would have brought that sculpt work out there. Would have been good. Would have been pretty good. And then you get this little adapter piece. This is for the sword and everything to hold on his back and everything and all that stuff and everything. I'll show you what that does in a little bit. But there you go. That is what everything comes with Optimus Prime. Whee! All right. Here is Optimus Prime in his alt mode from Age of Extinction movie. They look pretty good. Very nicely done. Love the red flames. Look very nice. All that paint going all the way down from the front to the side. Looks very nice like that. Love they got silver with, and also the fog lights and everything. Nice black tinted out windows. Looks really good. Got some silver paint on the front. Very nice Autobot emblem. Looks really good. Like that. Love the rims. Nicely got some nice sculpt work in there, and they're painted silver. Kind of wish they would have put some silver throughout right here. It would have been nice to have all that gray plastic, and also for the smokestacks, that would have been nice too. You do got a lot of open stuff back here. He does have a hitch. If you have a trailer, it might fit in there. That'd be pretty cool, but you do got a lot of stuff, just empty stuff right there. Like I said, love the wheels, plastic wheels, very nice. And you got that, looks good. And on the side, same thing, very nice. Underneath, if you like to see that kind of thing, it rolls just fine. Looks good and everything. Now, what you can do with all of the weapons, they do have weapon storage. It kind of looks goofy, but you have options, and that's good. So you can take your shield, you take this piece right here, and you tab it in like that. Like I said, it's a little adapter, and then you can put the sword through this like that. You'll kind of do that, and then you can take the hitch right here, like I showed you. You just kind of put that in there and tab it in there like that. And then you got that. And then you can take this sword. Now there's a little tab right there, and it does have a slot right here and everything. And you just kind of line it up. Come on, get in the hole. There we go. And, I said it looks goofy, but you have options, and that's always good. You can store all the weapons. So there you go. There is Optimus Prime in his alt mode with the weapon storage. Pretty cool. All right, and there's Wheelie. And we got Magic Square Prowl. There's New Age Toxitron. Here is Slag from Magic Square. And we got Red Alert. And last but not least, as always, Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. All right, back transformation. Here is Optimus Prime. Fun transformation. I really like it. It's really, satisfying. It's like 44 steps, I think, but really nicely done with the transformation. I like it. I like the legs and transform and all that stuff, so that's pretty good. All right, so here is the head sculpt. Looks pretty good. You got some baby blue eyes, got some blue paint right there and right there. And man, I wish, like I said, just the alt mode, I wish they put some silver. There's some great sculpt work throughout. Very nicely done on that. But man, if they would have put some silver like right here, that would have made it really pop. So that's a missed opportunity right there. But you do got some red and blue paint. You got a little Autobot symbol right there. You got the gold paint right there. You got a little red on the forearms. Like I said, you got the silver and gold right there. A little red right there. You do got a backpack. Pretty good. But it is on a mushroom peg. If you untab it from the sides, you can take it off the mushroom peg if you don't want the backpack on there, because it is pretty big out there. But there you go. There's the head sculpt. As far as articulation, nothing really down. The chin gets in the way. Not much up either. And then you run into this right there. So not a whole lot of movement for the head, and you get a little attitude. So kind of wish they it is on a ball peg, but I kind of wish they would cut something out right there and make them look up a little bit. All right, then move on to the 80s woodworking shoulder pads. They are on a swivel hinge right here and another hinge right here. So you do get the full 90. Man, look at all that sculpt work. It looks good. I wish they would put some silver paint. You can go all the way around. Move this back up. You do have a thigh, bicep swivel, which is nice. And you get the full range for the elbow bend, which is nice. And with the hand, you got a swivel. And you also have this where you can put the sword right there. So that's pretty nice. You can open up. It's all one pin with the 4 fingers. The thumb does not move. All right, move those out of the way. Now for the waist rotation, you gotta move these. These are a hinge for the skirts, and this as well. Kind of ugly, but it is there. So that's really nice. Move that back right there. Well, here we get the full Van Damme, which is nice. And with the skirts up, you can kick up, kick back, about to right there. You got a thigh swivel, knee bend, 90 degrees. There is a lot of stuff in the knee, the legs and everything. I like it how it collapses together. That's pretty good, but it is a thick, leg and everything. As far as the, you got a swivel right here, toe tilt down, and you got a nice rocker. So that's very nice. Like I said, the backpack, you can take it off if you want to. It's on a mushroom peg. Here's the back, everything. Be mindful of these things. They're on the little nub things. They will pop off quite a bit. They have done it for me a lot. So there you go. There is articulation for Optimus Prime. All right, for the accessories, you do have the sword. I didn't mention this. You can come and tab if you want to. That's pretty cool. And you just kind of open this up, and you can close it around there, and you can hold it and wield it. That's really nice. And like I said, with the little sword, you got this little stubby sword. Looks like a butter knife. You have the option. You can hold it. Like I said, it looks like he's holding a little butter knife. You just close the hand around it, and you can hold it. It's not the tightest fit. Well, that's pretty good. It'll stay on there. That's really nice. Or, like I said, you can move that out of the way, and you can just slot it in here, and it'll go in either hand if you want. So that's pretty good. All right, and then you have the shield, which is you can either side. It does have a port right there. You can put this right here, like that. And it also has an option with the gun too as well. So you just move it. It's like there's 2 ports right there. You can move this right there, like that, and move this like that. And you have the blaster, which is pretty cool. Once again, wish they would have painted it silver. That would have been really popped and everything. So that's nice. And with the adapter thing, let me take this back off, and you can move it back. Whoops. Like that. Like that. And then take the sword out. And just like the alt mode, you take this little adapter thing right here. And what you're going to do, you're going to lift this up. There's a hole right there. Plug it in, giggity. And you can put the sword in right there. And you can also tab in this shield right there. And also you can have this. Now there is paint on this thing, so it might be a little tight, but you can tab this in here right here, and you can have weapon storage like that right there. It's not the prettiest. Yeah, I'm not gonna try. Probably will scratch up the paint. I'm not even gonna try. But there's the idea with the instructions say you can tab it in there, and you can carry that if you want to. So you have weapon storage for all of them, and that's pretty cool. So there you go. That is what you can do with the accessories. All right, so you got Studio Series A6 Prime, you got Siege Optimus Prime, you got Age of the Primes, Prima Prime, Jeebus, Sideswipe, Gears and Brawn, we got Core Class Wheelie, then we got Tis McGee Redgar, and there is some scale for you. And Crapagonics, Crappy Tool Paper, AAA Battery, Carmex, Cadbury's Kicker and Squeaks, more scale. Well, hey there, everybody. If you made it this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right, final thoughts on this is Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime Leader Class and everything. Overall, I really like it. It's not, nothing amazing. Nothing's gonna, new or anything like that. But overall, it's not a bad transformer. I really like it. The alt mode looks good. I really like the truck mode. Transformation is fun. Really satisfying. So I really like that. So that's good. Bot mode looks pretty good. Only issues I really have with it is the paint. There is paint here and there. They did paint some of the weapons, but man, if they would have put some silver to make some details really pop, especially in alt mode on the bottom, and then the chest and everything with all that sculpt work in there, that would have been really good. And also for the sword and the shield, that would have been really nice. They did paint this little butter knife thing. It's okay, I guess, and everything to give you a little adapter for to hold the shield and the sword together and everything. Articulations, it's on par with what they do mainly with the main line and stuff. So it's not terrible or anything like that. So it's pretty good. Materials feel good. Didn't think I was going to break anything. Only really issue is back here. Like I said, these little heel spurs are on little nubs. They will pop off quite a bit. So just be aware of that. I like the cool, the hands open up. That's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, man, look at all that sculpt work in there. Been really great if some silver paint would have been in there. That would have been very nice. But overall, I like to have you can take the shield and make it to the gun too. That's pretty cool. I like that and everything. And you can store everything. And you can take the backpack off. I know they probably didn't intend to do that, but it is on a mushroom peg. So you can take that off if you don't want the big backpack. So that's pretty cool. And he does have some thick old legs. But overall, I like him. He's really good. I think he's worth, especially what I paid for. I got him on at Amazon for the Prime deal for like $34. He's going to be more than that now. But if you can find him for that price, definitely worth it. So hope you like that review. Hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Let me thought of the review and everything. If anybody picked this guy up, I'm kind of late to it because I really was going to pass on it. But with a deal like that, I got him and everything. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Go to Show Z, buy you some Transformers. At the top, hit Deluxe 32. That all really helps out the channel. Watch my reviews. That really does help the channel out a lot too as well. Believe me, it does. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Man, hell freaking Transformers. And good night, folks. I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime. Yeah, we know. Well, that was actually the last night. But he always says I'm Optimus Prime. We know. Good night, folks.